Hi everyone, so this is a super long video. It's just a sketchbook tour of my 9th sketchbook and I'm just gonna go straight to the video since it's super long. Sorry for the rushed intro and not in my same intro spot because I'm still not at home. I hope that's okay with you guys, but I hope you liked the video. Tell me other suggestions or what you thought about it and everything like that. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Webtoon, TikTok, and Twitch now. I'm gonna get that started once I figure things out because I get super confused on that site. And yeah, that's really it. It's at KRIMANGA, and yeah. Oh, I forgot to say it's Kristen, but hi, I'm Kristen. Let's get to the video. Hey everyone! Okay, so I might have my pencil and I might have my trusty glove, XB pen glove Carl, but sadly today I will not be drawing. I'm gonna go through my most recent sketchbook today. I got this from somehow my friend is really giving, and she, at her own birthday party, she got everyone gifts and she got me this little sketchbook and I was like, I have to finish this. So it took me a while to finish, but that's because I'm working on multiple sketchbooks at once, kind of like 4. Because I like to work between different types of paper, and sometimes sketch paper, sometimes watercolor, sometimes other types of paper, so that's why I don't have too many done. And tell me if you guys want me to go through my other sketchbooks as well. This sketchbook is sketchbook 9, and it's not perfect. Sketchbooks really are never ever perfect. And mine are filled with drawings from imagination and also from reference and sometimes a combination. So I can just tell you guys which ones are from imagination, which are usually horrible in my sketchbooks or like something I would never show on my Instagram or something like that. Drawings aren't always perfect, but you gotta keep that practice in, and that's what a sketchbook is all about. So let's get started. This sketchbook actually is 100 pages long, so we got like 100 or more drawings since there's multiple drawings per page in the sketchbook. It's the Canson XL sketch, really tiny, 5.5 by 8.5. Sorry for the different lighting, I am still not at home so we're gonna have to deal with that. And it's kind of dark right now since it's cloudy, so the lighting's not the best, but sorry about that. Okay, let's go through this. These were, I think, at the beginning of summer when I was like, oh, also started these I always number like what age I was, so 17 and 18. It's my age for these, for sketchbook 9. And these 3 sketches I started, I always want to draw characters, and I started inking, and turns out this paper is horrible for G pens, so don't use like dip pens on this paper. By the way, just letting you know, it doesn't work out too well. It destroys the pen actually. But I didn't know that, so I just kept using it, and I was like, why is it so hard to use a G pen? Because this paper, don't use sketch paper, it'll just rip it up. But I did these at like every night during the summer. I would stay up like till 3 a.m. drawing different characters, and while watching my like favorite manga artists or new manga artists on YouTube, like their documentaries and what they do and stuff like that. And that really made me want to draw like all the time, watching the journeys of my favorite people like Takashi Obata and watching Boichi draw his manga for like hours, and I'm like, yes, I need this. It's just so inspiring to watch people draw. So I do that a lot while I'm drawing. I'm not gonna take that long on each paper, but here we are. And then more inks. This is a while. So this is like at the beginning of summer. And then some manga drawing. These were reference because no way I can get good perspective like on my own, especially one as hard as that. And then this is a reference from Boichi, Dr. Stone, you know. Oh, I also take what I learned from references, like these running poses, like these two, and then combine in my own little original character right here, running on his own. I do a lot from both imagination and reference, probably more from reference because I just learned that way. So you'll be seeing a lot of that in the sketchbook. This is an unfinished drawing. I really wanted to get good at inking, But now I want to get good at digital inking, but also, you know, have that skill traditionally as well. And just don't use this paper if you're going to use a G pen. It might not look too bad, but oh my god, is it impossible to draw on it. So here is why am I forgetting his name? Senku and his best friend, and then that's the scene in the manga of Dr. Stone with the Senku's house. And I really liked it, and I'm like, I'm gonna practice backgrounds with this one, and I never finished the background. Like, what is wrong with me? Okay, next one. Also, a lot of these pages are ripped out because the sketchbook's hard to keep the pages in. Which is fine with me because they're all like little sketches, but some people might have like a little hard time with that. And this is me trying to make like little illustrations, but I didn't like them. I remember not liking my drawings at all when I was drawing this. And when I was drawing this, I was like, why can't I draw? Like, why can't I do what I want with my drawings? So that's when I started doing a lot of sketching practices over the summer. Like, over the summer, I seriously got down and was sketching all day, all night, after I decided to stop my webtoon and actually get better at drawing. Which I'm glad to say it did help, but I still need to keep on working. For sure, for sure. Oops, my camera keeps moving. Let's stop doing that. And we got little, I used to sketch a ton at school in marker, so we got some marker little drawings right there. And I always draw these type of faces whenever I'm just doing straight marker. Then we got a little sketch I never finished. This is from, the reference is from Pinterest, but it's from Bakuman. I always have my trusty Bakuman right next to me, but not from the volume 1, from a different volume. I think maybe a cover, but I'm not exactly sure. And you can see the pencil fading, but I tried drawing a building and got bored. But when this wasn't faded, it actually looks kind of good and I liked it. This is from reference. I really liked how this character looked. This is from the book, what's it called? The Complete Guide to Drawing Action Manga, which is one of my favorite books to practice from, because it has a ton of like referencing and perspective lessons, and is one of my favorites to work from. And then I did a little original drawing that is horrible. I didn't even draw hands. I just quit on that one. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I need to get my anatomy down, and now I can do anatomy, you know, better. So if you're worrying about, hey, I'm not that good, then just start get in that Pinterest reference and start drawing those bodies. So I take the Pinterest like references and I draw them, and then I just apply them to my own character. It's obviously a different position, but every time you apply them to something original, I feel like you learn a lot from it, because you're not just looking at a reference, you're making something original out of it, which is definitely one of my favorite things to do. This was just random drawings at school. I was reading this book called, my favorite book like of all time, called The Left Hand of Darkness by Ursula Le Guin. I totally recommend it. It's so good. But I was like imagining the characters from it in a scene, and that's what I was doing. This one's just marker, brown marker. But I did not like the drawing at all. Oops. Got 10% of my battery left, so this better not be a long video. I'm gonna go through faster a bit so we don't do much. This is what I do to practice for my original fan arts. I used to do a lot more like TikToks where I draw a face, an original fan art face of a character. This character is from that basketball anime, which Kuroko no Basket. This character is from Kuroko no Basket, but I've never watched it, so I can't really tell you much. And this is the TikTok face, which I thought was fine. It was okay, but not my favorite. I do a lot of sketching in my sketchbooks, mostly sketching, and that's why I need to improve my actual finished illustrations ability, which I do not have. So these, I did not enjoy drawing at all. I'm gonna say that with a lot, because a lot of my sketches, I'm like, this is not me. They're like, I should not be drawing like this. But I feel like a lot of artists feel that way. And we have just get some workout, even if you don't like it. Just get drawing done. And these are all original. This one's based off of a character from one of my favorite Instagram artists, Umar, or mangaka UA983. You can see a bit of his style in there with the eye, but really not that much because everything is off. With that drawing, everything's off. And then more original stuff. This is original. I was outside drawing, and then I started drawing characters, and I was like, I was in a tough spot with drawing characters from imagination at this point because I haven't done it too much. I started doing imagination characters that summer, and drawing from imagination almost completely and trying to do something that you will be fitting for other people to see and maybe is really, it can be really stressful, but you just got to keep going, keep posting, and keep getting better, because we all got to improve. This is my Muzan TikTok. I always did my TikToks in this style, but now I'm trying to do more different stuff, but I still sometimes go back to this. This is my most liked picture on Instagram with 10,000 likes, which is insane. So I definitely thank you guys for supporting this drawing, which I think he looks pretty cute. Pretty cute. But 10,000 likes worth, sometimes you're like, I did not deserve that, But it brings me a smile that people could enjoy things I draw so much. And here is some practice from that book I mentioned earlier with all the perspectives, which help a lot. But also drawing from real life can be really helpful in drawing people and characters. That I was gonna take what I learned from this here, and it messed up, of course, like always. And then I was drawing Keanu Reeves because it's been a whole while, like a year since I drew realism, and I was like, oh my god, I can't draw realism. But then I just stepped back. I always rush my drawings, but I just stepped back and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just draw slow. I'm gonna find a point to start with and keep drawing. And it turned out, more Keanu Reeves later, turned out pretty okay. And it's not perfect realism or anything, but I was proud of myself then. And more characters. This one ended up looking like Elle from Death Note. I was like, ooh yeah. And I was trying to copy Makoto Sawa's style, but then I can't wait to get to when I was going for like Obata style, which is in my other sketchbook. But in the midsummer, I was like, oh, Takashi Obata, like the creator of Death Note. Obata, like, because his style is just one of my absolute favorites. And it changes. Like, this doesn't even, you can kind of see it, but it doesn't even look like Death Note or any of his other stuff. It changes his style like on the spot, which I so respect more than like anything. And a Sonic character. I don't know why I did that. Here's a character from my webtoon, and this is when I was like, I do not like the style of my webtoon. I want to change it. 'Cause I was just doing some crazy sketches. And more of that. This is my brother's drawing. And it's beautiful, okay? Just absolutely wonderful. More Makoto Sawa's works. I really love it, but I did mess up on the proportions, so I was like, I'm just gonna skip that. Keep going. I ended up watching a video by Akitoshi something like Yoshi something on YouTube. Love his work, and I got the inspiration to draw another female. And I always have trouble drawing guys. I always mess up drawing guys, but somehow when I draw girls, I definitely end up liking them more. But I do like drawing guys as well. There's still some problems with that. There's huge problems with these characters, but these are original. And when I drew this one, I was really proud of it. And these are pretty recent, but now I can draw characters like after practicing so much. Like, now I can draw characters in my style the way I want. I still mess up a lot, but it's so cool to know that you can draw from imagination. And it takes so much practice, but it's awesome to... And you know what helps me with that stuff? I warm up by drawing figure practice. Figure drawings really help me with my sketching ability, and also expressions with character drawings I had a huge problem with, and now I'm still practicing it. I'm not perfect with that at all, but it definitely helped me out. And this is a character I made based off of this Pinterest reference, and I kind of really liked him a lot. So I kept drawing him. He's got 2 different colored eyes right here. And his name is like Bishi or something, like something stupid. And then I drew this from the book I mentioned earlier. More original works as well. Getting a bit better with my anatomy. I mean, my like own anatomy. It's not correct, but still have some things off. While I am filling the sketchbook, by the way, it's not just these drawings are one after the other. I've been filling other sketchbooks as well, like 4 others at the same time. So I definitely have a lot more drawings in this. And once I finish those sketchbooks, I can go through those as well, which are all over this summer. More of that character, but I did not like where my face style was going. Except I did like that mouth. And then more of Bishi. I got this pose reference, not reference, but inspiration from Bakuman. But still I wasn't too happy with my style, but I was getting closer, and I did do a call-in TikTok on my account, and this you can see on my account. Most of these drawings you cannot see on my account, because I do not end up enjoying them. And some more pen sketches, because in midsummer I also really truly got into drawing with pens, and it helps with your confidence. But I don't think it helps a lot with values unless you're going like manga style, which it maybe kind of helps. But if you're not going for coloring, pen sketches can really help with your confidence. This is a reference from Pinterest. I did this like on the plane. And I honestly really liked when I'm feeling less confident with my drawing skills, I go ahead and just draw it with pen. This is a thumbnail for a drawing I did, but I never ended up finishing it, which I probably should. But yeah, pen just helps with confidence. If you have trouble in that, go ahead and start drawing in pen. In here, I have a bit, when I start doing this type of hairstyle, I start to see more of Obata's style come into my drawings, which I end up liking more. And drawing men is hard for me, but getting a bit better. It's cool to see that through sketchbooks, honestly. We gotta go faster because this video is already at 17 minutes. But here's some more Pinterest drawing. I really liked that one with the pen. A lot of pen sketches you'll end up seeing. I do end up drawing faces the most, but I gotta practice my figure as well. Of course, this is a full pen sketch. I drew this on a plane, and I ended up really liking it. It's just getting those lines down, and I ended up drawing really fast, and I love drawing fast because I have like 0 patience. But this is how that one ended up. And having 0 patience also, it gets my just drawing like anxiety out of like my hands, and I start becoming more loose and draw what I want, honestly, with that pen. And then I'm drawing my friend, practicing to do actually a realistic portrait of him, which I did. It's on my account. I do have a TikTok of that on my Instagram that you guys can check out, and it did end up really good, which I took the entire day to draw. So more perspective practice. This is from Mark Curley's Mastering Manga book, and more eyes because I wanted to fix my eyes. More Obata style, as you can see. Yeah, I end up leaving a lot of sketch pages blank because when I don't like the first drawing that I draw on there, I just don't want to see it again. So I just go on to the next picture. Okay, so here's more pen sketches. Bakuman is like one of my favorites, so I did that. This drawing, which is on my Instagram, more original, but and I wanted to do some value practices, so I'm shading more, but have a lot of the Bakuman style with me. And more original drawings, original This is from Pinterest, which did pretty good on Instagram, which is pretty cool. Samurai are awesome. I wish I practiced them more before. This one's more realistic, but I didn't finish it because I never finished realism. This is Takagi from Bakuman. You see a lot of Bakuman in my work. And then this is original, and I'm starting to understand faces more and really liking my new sort of style. These are my characters from my webtoon, Liars Open Fire. I draw them all the time, especially when I can't think of anything to draw originally. This is original with, no, this is a character with a different set of clothing from Pinterest. Not original. That's original, because it's ugly. Here's this drawing. We gotta go through this fast. It's already at 20 minutes. Jesus. Okay, it's okay. I did not like that drawing, but I did like the cat eyes I did. But I never draw animals. That was like one of the first time I was actually drawing an animal. I ended up really liking this because I thought, oh my gosh, I feel like this could be in Bakuman when it wasn't faded as much, but I started really liking the way I drew girls. I drew that on a plane pretty recently actually, and there's Takagi again. This is on my Instagram, more samurai. That's from Pinterest. Ooh, original characters. I love drawing girls, but I always need to get better at guys, so I draw more guys. That is just a weird Pinterest mixed with original Pinterest hand, original face. Trying to practice my expressions, but obviously I need some work on that. And then more concepts with the pen. I do a lot of concept drawings with pen. I was getting the style I developed with some of these drawings I ended up not liking, so I threw out the shading. This is from Dororo after I watched the show, and it became my favorite anime of like all time. Samurai, unfinished. I have a lot of unfinished stuff. That's for school. Here's some figure practice, warm-ups. Now I get into more warm-ups. Drawing at night because I like this picture on Instagram. More of my original work. Got some Tashios up there. Someone sitting, but I messed up that perspective too hard. And this is from Gintama, the manga. Probably volume 6, because that's my most recent one. I drew that at my brother's cross country race. This one's from Pinterest. Drew that at lunch. This one's original, but don't want to see that ever again. This one's, I was practicing Obata style, but mixing it with my own, and I really liked how that looked. Also, some Asta from Black Clover. And then we got some random sketches at the bottom. More concepts. These are original, completely original concepts, and I wanted to do that one for art class, so I'll end up making that one later. She's gonna have like a koi fish pattern, and I'm so excited to make it. These are based off of Obata's illustrations. And this is my fish boy, realistic. This is when I started getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh my gosh. These are all now getting pretty recent. And then this is a character, one of my digital illustrations I recently posted on my Instagram. This is from one of Boichi's works. I think not Ken Kitano, Sun Ken Rock. This is from TikTok, from a girlfriend that I did. That one's just from reference. We got some little baby drawings. That was pretty recent. And you see the type of way I draw male bodies, like in my last video, in my little sketches of men. This is just a random study of stuff in my room, like blocks, some shoes, and a tripod. Random sketches that are really faint. And some more. I get into drawing these types of eyes, but I still want to fix the faces I do. It doesn't look natural enough, for sure. And then just faint sketches, more. This one I thought was really cute, but I do need to fix some stuff on that one. I love Tsutomu Takahashi's work. You can see I've done multiple reference drawings from Tsutomu Takahashi, but in my other sketchbooks, but wow, he's just incredible. I love his style, and I feel like a lot of other people don't know or like his style too much, but I think it's amazing. And then we got more original stuff, work, and they got a lot of, and then I got a lot of work to do on that one, but then I started to really like the style I did with this one, which is more Yoshitomo inspiration, not reference, but, and we got some wings from Platinum End inspiration. And then characters, I loved how these two characters ended up looking. I do want to keep going with that little cute, but I really like that style, even though it's pen, so it's a bit messy, but I ended up really liking it. That one was horrible. I was trying to draw a guy walking into a pole. Then we have whatever that is. This is a concept. I always do my concept of illustrations in pen and small. More figure drawings from Pinterest. Just getting that practice, those warm-ups in. More figures. And then expressions. I start getting into warming up with expressions, which is super recent, so I haven't done too many, but more expressions in figure. Those are my warm-ups. And then I did a little drawing of Zena and Tashio from my manga idea, Liars Open Fire. You guys haven't seen Zena yet, but she'll get into the story. I cannot wait to draw her so much. I absolutely love my own characters. And this is from a really good artist on Instagram. I forget his name, but he's got a really cool inking style, similar to Berserk, and I absolutely loved it. So that was on Micron. Then we got some Senku, but I didn't finish it because whenever I put an X by my drawing, it means I did not like it. And then we got some more Pinterest figures, and these are all for my warm-ups. And then I do have original stuff with both expression and figure in it, because that's what I really want to get good at right now. And this is Tashio and Nick from my manga idea, Liars Open Fire, and little comics, because I really want to get into making that an actual manga. Then I wanted to work on designs of my characters, but I didn't really end up liking these. These were on a plane. Plane drawings end up being the worst. I'm on planes a lot. And this is super recent on my account. If you just go look at my account right now, you'll see this as a post. Pen drawings from Bakuman. I love drawing from Bakuman, and I think I'll draw from Bakuman as well, but include the backgrounds this time because I need to work on just being more comfortable drawing backgrounds. More sketch pages from reference. This is all for warm-ups so I can draw my original stuff, and then I get into my style and original stuff like this. And then we're on the last page. I ended up not liking this drawing. And here we are. And my actual illustrations, I try a lot harder. Like, I try a lot harder on making things perfect, but with my sketchbook, I'm like, I don't care if I mess up, I'm just gonna keep moving on. And I think that's definitely the way I look at things. I'm not gonna stop and be a perfectionist. I'm gonna keep on moving on. But that's it. Got my trusty Bakuman here. Just Mashiro says hello. And my 9th sketchbook. I hope you liked the video. Tell me if you want me. Oh my god, look at all the pencil that's on my fingers. Oh, what is wrong with me? That's why I wear this glove, for that reason. But tell me if you guys want me to go through my other sketchbooks that are before this. But yeah, thanks for watching, and bear with me, I'm not at home, so I can't really film my usual spot, but that's okay. And see you guys later next time. Sorry for, again, the long video. I don't know why I keep doing this myself. I just like talking a lot. So yeah, bye guys.